You thought I was feeding you?
Bitch, stay on the bus. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Bad Vibes Adjacent. Wow. Guys, I just want to address something really quick. As you can see, we're not at the set. We're not where you usually are. We are right now in Hang Shan's room.
Bedroom. They were sleeping in my bed.
And right now I'm decked out head down to the socks. Can they see my feet?
She stole. She stole my clothes.
And Hang Shan's clothes. So if they look ugly and you're like, wow, Twa looks really rough this episode, that is why.
I wanted to talk about who's listening to the bar song. So I saw a video on TikTok, of course, it's gonna be on TikTok, where this dude was like, rating like the Billboard Hot 100 like every week. There's always like a top 10 song playing that week.
Mhm.
So for the past 4 weeks or something, the bar song has been number one.
You've been saying that since last night. Like, what is that? I
You
don't think
don't know
I've
the
ever
bar
heard the bar
song?
song.
One, here comes the two, to the three, to the four.
Oh, okay. I've only ever heard the audio on TikTok.
Oh my, a good lord. No?
I've
Well,
only ever heard it
people
on.
need to stop listening to that song. It's really annoying. Just stop, just stop, just stop. I'm tired of that song. I'm tired of that song.
I'm tired. I think I'm just tired in general. Like, I think this episode is gonna be me like half falling asleep. So you're just gonna have to live with that. But anyways, I honestly have nothing going on, nothing aside from the fact that Hinge took me somewhere, but I feel bad now because I don't plan on doing anything with the Hinge matches. So now I'm like, dang.
How do people go through that? Like, how do you end a conversation with the person without ending, like, hurting their feelings? You just ghost them? Do people just ghost? But like, I feel like that would hurt my feelings if I was like really into a person and they just out of nowhere ghosted me. I'll be like, damn.
Okay, but I talked to you like I started speaking to you last week on Hinge. I think right about now is a good time for me to decide that I'm gonna go some after like having like a lovely conversation. Nothing was weird. They felt as though like things were like hitting it off, and then I just stopped responding. But that's what happened. And I also my Hinge profile is now on pause because of the guy that I that liked my profile. I was like, wow, like that's a real life person. And so then I had to pause my Hinge. I can't be on dating apps. I don't think it's meant for me.
Hmm. Hmm. I'm on the dating apps though, guys.
Bro, Hung Shen is having the time of his
These
life on
dating
the
apps
dating
are
app.
so funny. Like a person called me shoddy. Like, damn, I'm a shoddy.
Bro,
Shoddy, let me holler at ya.
Shoddy is such a nasty word. Like, I never ever want to be like unironically. Like, imagine being called shoddy, like, but they're being genuine. I can't imagine that. Like, I have never in my life ever heard somebody call another person like, "Hey, shoddy." I don't say mamas. Like I say in Spanish, I say like, "Come here, mamas."
Is that a reference to something? Ew.
The only problem with this is that I don't say like mamas. I say it in Spanish, so instead of saying like "come here, mamas," I'll be like, "come here, mama." So I don't know if you guys like that. Come here, mama.
It's that lesbian. I think she's like a lesbian girl. She was on like TikTok live. I think and somebody was like, "Can you say mamas?" Because her voice is like really deep, but it was like so obvious that she was making it super deep, and then she was like, "But I don't say like mamas. I say it in Spanish." I'm like, "Come here, mamas."
Ew. You guys haven't seen it. I mentioned this to you guys too. You guys are not on the TikToks as I am on the TikToks, bruh, because y'all are not keeping up with me because Twa with her work and everything, she doesn't want to touch her phone anymore for some reason. But right now, as an Asian person, for some reason in Orange County, California, there's a place called Seaside Bakery. Have y'all heard of it? So it's basically a bakery that opens up late at night until like 3 a.m. or something, and all the all the Asians basically flock to this bakery to get their goodies, and that's where all the Asians get randomly interviewed. So like basically any like Asian interview you see at like nighttime, and they're like you know going up to somebody and like talking to them, it's at this seaside bakery, and it's freaky because it's always like the Asian guys who's like, where are my ABG girls at, where are my ABG girls at. So I just wanted to tell you all about that.
What did you get like
No,
nervous at the end?
I didn't get nervous. It's just weird. Like there's just a bunch of Asian farming content over there.
Mm, yeah, no, I have actually not been on TikTok all that much because my content has sucked so bad. I don't know when it got like fucked up, but it really has been not that great for the longest time.
Yeah.
So I'm only on there like a couple minutes a day now.
Well, girls like you really go through a lot because like back in the days, you saw how like I saw like a picture of the Chinese
Foot binding?
the foot binding thing
I
where their
used to,
toes were
I went
like
through a phase where I
molded.
was so obsessed with like why they did it, how they did it, that I like went into like a full like deep like research trying to
Mhm.
read up on why like or like
So
how they
why?
did. Honestly, it was just like a beauty thing, and it's like more for like the higher class people where they're like we don't have to walk.
Oh.
You know what I mean? And not only that, bro, I'm like telling you like lies and it's all fake. And then the internet is like this bitch is so ignorant. But honestly though, I looked into like how they did it and it's so I was like, wow, beauty, you know? Women have gone through it for the longest time.
You guys have. I just saw that and it was just freaking me out because like their little toes are like
All
ripping and
like
stuck on the
like this.
like the feet like this, and it's so gross and icky, and I don't know how did they couldn't even walk at all. Like
Hmm.
they couldn't, without it being in the heels, they couldn't walk, which is literally weird and crazy. And you know who else is weird and crazy? Ice Spice.
Bro, your segues have been eating this episode. Look at you.
I wanted to
Bro, the Ice Spice
saying
drama is
Cleo
like,
drama.
oh, it is so crazy.
You thought I was feeding you?
Bitch, stay on the bus. You thought I was feeding you? Nah, stay on the bus. That's the funniest thing that's come out of this. Honestly, I have not stopped quoting it since I heard it. But no, it's so crazy. Is she just like stingy? Like she's just evil.
That's
From
basically what I've heard from because she even had like a falling out with her previous best friend, basically
Best
saying
friend.
basically saying that like she's evil, she's like conniving, she thinks she's better than everybody. She even said this one thing about like she had beef with Nicki Minaj too after their Barbie collab, where
Mhm.
she was like they wanted me on the Barbie collab. Nicki Minaj only got it because of me or something like that.
That's
I was like,
crazy.
Nikki, you're coming for like the queen, Nikki. What are you talking about? So that's when I first started feeling weird about Ice Spice because I was an Ice Spice fan. Like I'm a munch. Like I'm gonna eat it for lunch. But and then the whole best friend thing came out with her, where her best friend, I forgot her name, like basically came out Ice Spice and they broke up, had a falling out. And I don't really know what happened with that because I didn't keep up with it. But with this new Cleo drama of her not giving her salad, the secret steakhouse. There was a secret steakhouse, which is
Could you explain the secret steakhouse?
so basically so if you guys don't know the drama, basically Ice Spice, one of her like good friends, they weren't super close. Cleo came on tour with her. The only reason Cleo came on tour with her was because Ice Spice was like, hey, you should come on tour. We need somebody to open for this slot, blah 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 blah.
Mm.
And she only gave Cleo 1 day to prepare, right? And Cleo was like, well, I don't have time. Like I don't have my people, blah 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 blah. And then Ice Spice was like, no, I'll take care of it. I'll take care of everything for you, okay?
Uh-huh.
Basically like her room, board, and everything.
Mhm.
So Cleo went in there thinking that she wouldn't have to worry about anything. So she brought her clothes, her luggage, the stuff she wanted. So it basically started off with like there was like this luggage kind of drama thing. Like it was already iffy at first, but like during I guess one of their shows, Cleo had her luggage, right? Like she had to bring her luggage onto the stage, and they brought like Ice Spice's person, I think, brought it onto the stage or something
Mhm.
like that. But after the event, Cleo like they took Ice Spice had like 20 luggage bags and stuff, and like the management and everything put that away, but they left her stuff behind.
Mm.
And then she was like, why would they leave my stuff behind? Like because she's gonna go out in front of fans, and it's just gonna, I guess it's just like weird for the artist to be like carrying their luggage. It doesn't seem
Right.
like the type of vibe, and she didn't like that. But she had to like carry these big luggage bags and put it in the car and everything.
Mm.
And then later on, like she didn't want it. Like I guess things were already seemingly iffy because Ice Spice wasn't like doing stuff.
Right.
And so during while Ice Spice was like changing, showering, and everything, like she was also there like doing her makeup. And then she was like, "Well, I'll just let her know how I'm feeling and stuff."
Mhm.
And then about the luggage and like what to do. And she told Ice Spice was like, "Hey, like, is there a person that can carry my stuff?" Like, she was like, "No, but he's my people. He's my people. If you want him to carry your stuff, you're gonna have to pay him." And then she was like, "Okay, shoot, like, what do I gotta pay him? Like, I'm not walking out with my luggage." And then
Right.
she was like, "She's my people. He's my people." And
Mm.
then basically, like, he didn't. Basically, she couldn't have anybody carrying her luggage. And then after that, before, like in the beginning, she would stay in like Ice Spice's like big room because Ice Spice said she would take care of her.
Right.
So they've been like sharing like this big room that Ice Spice has. But after that incident, Ice Spice started becoming more distant, and then like she would have to stay in like the bunk beds in the back with the other people, which she didn't mind. She wasn't complaining. She was like, "I'm gonna thug it out." And then like Ice Spice would just stop talking to her. And then one time, I guess one of the incidents was that also like they were all getting food and their salads and stuff, and then she was like, "Hey, like, can I get a chicken salad?"
All right.
And
I'm getting everyone was getting the chicken
chicken
salad.
salad, and she was like, "I want a chicken salad too. Where's my chicken salad?" And then they were like, You're not in the budget. You're not in the budget."
Bruh, she invited her with like a day's notice and told her that she was gonna take care of everything, but she can't get her a chicken salad.
Yeah, which is literally crazy. And then also, like, I guess one of these days in like Texas, they kept talking about how hungry they were. Cleo, right? She and like some other people kept talking about how hungry they were, like how they should go out to eat. And they were like, they kept talking about it like throughout the day. And then even on the bus when everybody was in there, they were like, "Hey, like, do some of y'all guys want to walk to McDonald's with us? It's mad far." And like, I guess they're girls and stuff. Like, we could get some McDonald's. Come to find out, Ice Spice and everybody else went to a steakhouse without them, a
What?
secret steakhouse.
Secret steakhouse is
So yeah, and then they
crazy.
had their little falling out after like, and then Ice Spice was like, "You like, what is it? You're too entitled. Blah 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 blah. Like, let me masturbate in peace."
Oh,
And basically, that's what happened.
that was her thing of why she didn't want to like share the room.
Yeah, she was like, "Can a girl masturbate in peace?"
That's crazy.
You was at the Italian restaurant and you ate the food up like a vacuum.
The waiter come by, he was like, "Where'd all the food go?"
Oh, speaking of waiter and everything, I also wanted to talk about, I don't know if I talked about this, but tipping culture again, super crazy in America. So I wanted to reach out to the audience like, what do you guys feel about tipping? Tipping in general that's not in the restaurant, because I will tip in the restaurant, but one of my things is I will not tip if it's at a crumble cookie. I will not tip if I'm not sitting down. I will not tip when it's a to go. And I feel like I saw a video where this to go person was like, "What do you mean you're not tipping to go?" It's like, we have to pack up all the food, we have to pack it up, we
But
have to
that's
tie it up. I was
job.
like, literally, that's your job. Like, why do I have to tip you? I don't even like tipping at a restaurant. I just do it because it's the norm. But like, we shouldn't be even tipping at a restaurant. The company or whatever restaurant that's hiring you should be paying you that money. I think tipping culture is literally crazy and insane.
Especially for the economy right now. It's like I remember one of this experience that I had at the Chinese buffet, and this is me freshly out of high school, like at the age of like 19, 18 or
Mhm.
19. I go to the buffet and I obviously don't have money. I didn't
Yeah.
really have like an income, but I had my like dad's card with me, and I was like, okay, I'm only getting like I have enough money on me to get the buffet. Like I
Okay.
think I had like $20
Okay.
and it was going to be like $17. And so I go and I'm eating, and when I was done, I pay the thing because I didn't realize that they were going to be super anal about like tipping. And this lady literally would not leave the side until I tipped. And the thing was, I was like, oh crap, I don't have enough money to like pay like the full tip or
Yeah.
whatever. So I'm just gonna pay cash, or like I'm gonna pay with the card, and then I would like tip cash or whatever. And she was like, "What about tip? What about tip?" After I signed it,
Damn.
and I that was like the most embarrassing experience I had ever like experienced at that time, where I was like, "Oh my god!" And I started thinking about how like, what if this was somebody who literally only had enough money to eat here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of the times it's like I have just enough to be able to afford this meal. Like, so the companies should be paying the people like enough where you don't have to tip. Either that or like when it's takeout, why the fuck am I tipping you? That's job. That's literally, if you're not serving me nothing, you're doing what you're supposed to do already. Why the fuck am I tipping you on top of,
Mhm.
you know, that doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, I don't think we should be tipping if it's takeout or if it's like honestly
Bro, the Starbucks barista do be like guilt tripping me into putting that $1. Not Starbucks, but like any like coffee shop. They're like,
coffee shops.
I'm just like a
What
dollar, I
was this one
guess.
place that I was at? Genuinely, I thought like it only happened in like TikToks and like memes and whatnot,
Hmm.
where I think I grabbed a bottle of water and I like went up and paid and they were like, here, it's just gonna ask you something. Literally, I started tweaking. My left eye started twitching and I like had to hold myself back because I was like, what the fuck? You literally, what in the fucking world? And also at NTN's, I went to go get me a fuck ass pretzel and literally I say, could I get one pretzel? And that's it. That's a $4 pretzel. They grab it out of the thing and hand it to me.
Yeah.
They turn the fuck ass iPad. They're gonna ask you something. Bitch, I know what they're gonna ask me, and I'm not giving you a dime. Like that's literally you handed me a pretzel. Why the fuck am I tipping you?
Yeah, and we're first of all, we're just mad at the companies though because I feel
Yeah,
like
obviously it's not like
the service
the
workers.
service workers' fault, like
We
that
who
they're
worked in the
taking.
service industry, we know.
Like
We
I worked
know.
at Panda Express for a whole 2 months.
Too much.
I lasted 2 months, but no, obviously pay them more, the fuck, but it pisses me off so bad because all they did was hand me the pretzel and they're asking me for a tip. And I was like, I don't know how much y'all are getting paid, but I hope that there comes a day where you don't have to do this.
No, speaking of Panda Express though, they be running those shifts like the army. I think
Like, bro,
that
like the
Panda
Marines.
like Panda Express and Chick-fil-A, they get their employees like down. Like they do whatever they do to their employees in there, it's like a cult fashion because Chick-fil-A has lines like wrapping around and also Panda the same thing and they're getting it through. They're working hard. Like it is literally insane. I don't know how they do
That
it.
was me. I was running the drive-through like the Navy.
Those are the two fast food chains that I actually like. But like that's how you know their quality is good though because they train you guys like it's you guys are like in the military, bro. That's why you guys have like such good
There would
quality
be days
food.
I'd come home crying. Like,
Bro, I remember it was like those 12-hour shifts where they're like, we're cleaning the place today, and then like your knees kind of buckle, and like, wow, after today, and we're cleaning up the whole thing. Oh hell no!
but I remember there was one day when they were training me to be shift lead, and I had to close the drive-through, close the front, count the safe, and then like do all the like managing duties all by myself because
And they didn't pay you
they
extra
didn't
because
pay
they
me
were like, you were
nothing.
still in
Yeah.
training. That was
Just crazy.
crazy.
Well, you know who doesn't run it like that? KFC. Because I was playing around when I was working at KFC. I did not do anything. I got like I was eating out the I was eating the food out the bat. I would be like, let me give myself a nugget.
Shut up.
I literally would. Like KFC, they do not care. They really don't. And I was like running around in the kitchen too, like joking around. And then one day I slipped. And
Bro, you sleeping at the KFC and the CCTV footage has to be one of like the top 10 moments in like
bro, I slipped, and it's not even like I slipped and I fell. I slipped when they were like mopping.
Mhm.
So like all like the food grease from like the whole day was there, and I fell on top of like the sewage where we like mop it into.
Oh my
And I
God.
fell on top of that gross, like dirty, like soap mixed fried chicken skin, like concoction that was by the sewer drain, which was gross. And the day I slipped was literally my last day.
Oh yeah, that's why it was so funny. It was literally your last
Last day, and I
day.
freaking tripped and fell.
Medieval torture. The
Oh,
hell?
I was just thinking. I've been watching a lot of Game of Thrones, and I saw there was like a scene where they put rats in like the bucket, and then they heat up the bucket so the rats would eat through that person's like body. Like medieval torture is literally like
What the fuck was
crazy.
going on during that time? Like,
Why do
to
they want to
people's
kill people
brains.
so bad,
No,
bruh?
the thing is, wanting to kill people is one thing. The ways that they went about killing these people is actually so like mind-boggling. I cannot understand how they like came up with half the things that they do. One of the more shocking ones that I like I found out where I was like, if you just told me, I would have been like, okay,
Okay.
whatever. But it was when I was watching like Korean dramas and like during like the olden like times, like Joseon, what they would do is they would tie your like arms and
Mhm.
your legs, like separate them like to like horses,
Mhm.
right? And then they will drag your body apart in four separate directions until like it tears apart. And it literally like, how did you come up with
Like
that?
people are literally evil.
How?
The rat one is insane, and also I was thinking about the cow one, or like I think like a pig one where they have like a statue of like a cow and pig, and they stuff your body in there and they heat it up until you basically burn and melt alive in there.
Oh my god.
Mhm.
I like
How are people so evil back then? Like, could they not feel any like sympathy or like empathy for another person? Because I know a place right now doesn't feel about that, and that doesn't feel empathy for other people because Westboro Baptist Church, like,
West West Bureau Baptist
there's
Church.
like showed up on my TikTok feed yesterday or like 2 days ago, and they're like, God hates. You know how to end it, and
No.
then it's the F word.
Oh my
God
god.
hates.
That's
Yeah,
crazy. That place, I don't know, West
I
Bureau
wanted to join
Baptist
that church
Church.
though one time.
Oh, like genuinely?
I genuinely wanted to join it.
The West Bureau Baptist Church?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what
I
would
looked
be
into it.
really, you know what would be really cool for our
Hmm.
image, and like we like separate for a while and come back. You joined the West Bureau Baptist Church and then I joined Scientology. We come back.
And then we mix those two ideals together and see what comes out of it.
Yeah, yeah, and we start something new after that.
No, I genuinely wonder what is happening in Scientology. Like, what is that? Do you know anything about it?
Honestly, I could not tell you. Everything I've heard about that place is really just it's a cult. They're bad. And I'm like, okay, I believe you. Like I've never looked deeper into it. And I remember when we were in New York and like Broadway was like right across from the
Uh-huh.
Scientology building and I was like, "Whoa, it's
It's
real.
literally real.
It's literally real." But I don't know what the fuck they got going on up there. But I think we should like separate for a while. You join West Bureau Baptist Church and I join Scientology, and then we come back, we mix it all up, and we create something new.
I've always wanted to be the Christian guy that stands at a corner at like a gay person's concert and tell people to change their ways. That's like one of like my biggest dreams. I want to.
You've said this when you went to the gay parade when they were like waiting outside, be like, Jesus loves you, God loves you.
No, because some of them are actually kind of nice. Like the ones who are in the corner and are mean, like, why are you screaming at my face? But the ones that give me like a free water bottle was like, hey, I just want to share the message. I was like, okay, tea.
T purr.
Tea.
Me at Pride purr. That's right. That's right.
No, I'm gonna be at Pride at the corner.
Are you gonna be giving water bottles or are you gonna be screaming at people's faces like this is wrong?
So when I'm at the corner of the Pride Parade, I will be screaming, but I would be like,
This is you screaming and from the corner, Queen, slay.
I'm like, her, change your
Purr,
ways,
change your ways. Period, girl. You gonna make it into heaven if you change your ways.
No, because heaven and hell, the concept of heaven and hell is one of the most craziest things in the world. And like to get deep with y'all, like that's why I'm always searching for if there's a God or not in this world, y'all. That's a question I'd be asking myself literally every single day. Because if it's if it's true what all these bigger religions are saying, because every big religion like Muslimanity and Christianity, like
All the big ones, the big three.
the big two, like the major Abrahamic religions, all of them are like you're gonna suffer and get tortured for literally eternity.
Like eternity.
Eternity is insane, bro. Like getting tortured and like lit in hell for eternity. So
I don't
like,
think like as a human being you can actually grasp the concept of eternity. Like, I know what the word means, but it also means nothing to me at the same time. Like,
Yeah.
you tell me I'm gonna burn for eternity, in my head I'm like, yeah, like that's forever.
But like
But like that's
literally
literally
forever.
forever.
And that's literally like that's one of my gripes with God that I'm fighting with and myself is like literally like why would a God who loves me like torture me forever? Like that's literally insane and you're weird for that. And you're weird for that. You're mad weird for that.
Hey,
That's
hey. But God saves and he forgives. So you see, there's always loopholes.
no, I always think it's such I think it's a cute thing when like now like when some of my friends who are very like devout but they're like devout without like pushing it onto me and they're like praying, they're like reading their Bible and it's like, man, that's so like slay.
That's so slay. I should get back on
No,
that.
that's so like cool of them. I'm like, man, like to have something you're like doing every day with like a purpose is crazy because I feel like I have no purpose.
Yeah,
Like, what am I supposed to do?
I think ever since you kind of separated from religion, you've become a monster.
Yeah, I've become insane. I've been just doing everything and everything. Anything and
Yeah.
everything.
But you're living it up. You're living it up.
Yeah.
Westboro Baptist Church. The way that you spell scares me, Hung Shen.
She's reading off the things I
The
sent
list
her.
of things that he wrote down that he wants to talk about, nothing had made sense to me. Mentaianly woman doing her hair and singing.
That was not even funny. It's the millennial woman. That's what I
That's
was.
what
I don't think so. No, 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 no. I don't think so. No, 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 no. It's never, ever, 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 ever gonna happen.
millennial.
Yeah, millennial. The millennial woman who's like doing her hair in curly iron and she's dancing like this. Baby, it's just cute. I just want
I honestly love that trend, and I see a lot of people doing it. I'm like, wow, that's so cute. I think it's so funny too because it means nothing. I love when a meme or like something that's like popular right now means absolutely nothing,
Like, there's
and
no
like you
drama.
just have to be wired a certain way for you to like laugh at it. And I always will. I always will. Who the hell is George Cooley Gorilla?
Oh my
Are you thinking
gosh.
about George Clooney?
George Clooney. Yeah, that's what I wrote.
George Cooley Gorilla is what he wrote instead of George Clooney.
So in Japan right now, I guess there's this sexy orangutan.
Oh, okay. I think the gorilla is the one where like a lot of girls would go to like see him because they think he's handsome. The orangutan is a different one.
Oh
where
no,
he's
yeah,
just
yeah.
like
I'm mixing up two things. So okay, so the gorilla. Okay, there's this gorilla in Japan who's like sexy hot or something, and these Japanese girls are going to the zoo, and like the zoo like and emissions and stuff ever since this gorilla came in has skyrocketed because these girls are comparing this gorilla to look like George Clooney, and I was like looking so hard at it, and I was like, I don't know if George Clooney should be mad that they're comparing him to this gorilla because the gorilla is kind of sexy.
right,
Right.
right.
And now the orangutan. What is it? The video of the orangutan going like this?
Bro, it's so freaky. It's so human like, and everyone is just like imitating it. But like, bruh. But yeah, you mixing up those two things.
I don't know. Oh, fighting for honor, bro.
I was literally about to ask you, what the fuck are you fighting
No, okay,
for?
you guys, I'm in my medieval phase right now because of Game of Thrones. And literally back in the day, like men were literally fight for honor to the death. They were literally always fighting to the death, bruh.
because honor.
They did not want to live. Like I'm so like like that's not is like mind boggling because they would literally kill themselves at like 16 fighting for a girl's honor, which is literally crazy. But also, they didn't live past the age of like 25 back in the day. So, like, did they even have any more time to live? Because, like, women's coochies would just be falling out and they'd just be dead.
What? That's how it works?
That's how
Damn,
it
I'm
works.
glad I'm not born in the medieval time.
Medieval days, like thinking back in the day of how like people literally just died by the flu, or like if an insect bit you, you'd be dead. Like every single thing that we have a cure for now, people just died by it back in the day. Like everybody was dying. And they did even more stuff to kill themselves even more. Yeah. Don't wouldn't you
They
want a
just-
man fighting for your honor? Oh, I also put that on there too because like imagine like you like a man starts harassing you at a club and stuff and then you're like and then like he wants to like fight and like because like you're like messing around and then you pull me up against this guy. Like imagine me fighting for your honor like I'm getting my ass beat.
We both dying dishonorably. me for trusting you to fight for my honor.
We're like drunk and obnoxious at a club and like I had to fight this guy. Like it's literally crazy.
Right. The thing is though, like because I'm like sober, I one wouldn't be like dancing up on a guy, and two, it would never be you. I think I would just look in the crowd and hope and pray for the best because I know you would never fight. for
Carla
my
would fight
honor.
for your honor, right, Carla?
No, she was. There was a guy who came up and he's like trying to get this. I was trying to get Sophia to dance, and then when like Sophia was like, no, he came up to me, and then Carla was like playing bodyguard. She was like, she don't play about that
You know how
stuff.
often I have to do that?
Like,
No, she was like. Like get in front of us because no, literally when he started walking up, because I was like so like mentally sane, I was just like, what do I do? Like I one already like being up there trying to like hype myself up to be hype. I was like, I've lost juice. I since like the Pink Pony Club, I was just like, okay, like, but I like the songs. But by the time we are at that second bar, I was just like, I like hype myself up to one song and then like be dead for like the next three and then like wait around. It was something. It was something. But yeah, I would have Carla fight for my honor.
Carla would.
And
Would you
And
win?
would. Winning, I didn't say nothing about that, but I just need somebody.
No,
to...
it's crazy that every single one, like nobody in this friend group will fight. Bro, like closest one we got is Jose, and we know he's losing too.
No,
bro.
literally, he is losing. The four of us going out being like, let's bring the guys along, knowing damn well Hunk Shan's bitch ass would run first.
we have to fend for ourselves.
We are not winning
Anything
any fights in this group chat. Like,
Bro, I have never fist fought another person outside of my family. Like I have, like every time, either I would give up or I would give in. Like there is no like I would fight ever. So if I was born in like the medieval times and I was born as a guy, like my family just gotta live with the fact that I'm gonna live. I'm gonna live until 25. I'm not fighting for shit.
no, I'm like imagining us like going like toe to toe with like another group of four.
Like we getting our ass beat.
Us four versus like another group of four. We're literally gonna lose any fight we get into, bruh.
Bro, speaking of like bars and stuff, I like truly I don't understand bar culture and like what like because to me like being mentally sane, I was looking, I was like, it is so easy to please drunk people because
Yeah.
they came out with the glow sticks and everyone was like losing their shit over it, and like he came out with like the glasses and everyone was like going crazy. I was like, wow, like
People will be hyped for anything, bro.
anything. And then like in the second bar too, you know how like it was like that little dance circle and then you could like go up the steps and then it's like another elevated
Yeah.
area. I honestly don't know what it is. I thought the people who went up there were people who worked there or something. And no, it was just people just walking up there, which was like whatever. And then we were dancing and this one girl and I we were dancing together, and once we were done, they like went up there, and by the time that they were ready to leave, we were still just on the dance floor. I was just kind of standing around. She came up to me and another group goes up and she was like, not to be a bitch, but you guys should be the ones on that podium right now, not them. I was like, truly, because I was the last person she could have came to like say that to. I was like, what's wrong with the podium? She was like, no, I said you guys should be the ones on the podium. I was like, what's on the podium? Like, what's the podium?
Damn.
She was drunk, and I'm like trying like she wasn't being cohesive and like
Yeah, she was having
coherent.
the time of her life. She was a blast.
Yeah, she was not very coherent. So then I'm like, what does that have to do with anything? Like, and then I was just like, okay, thanks, you know. And then she left, and I went to Carla. I was like, what does that mean? Like, why did she tell us that we're supposed to be on the podium? She was like, just to be like at a higher place. And I was like, what the fuck? Truly,
That's how you know you're lit at a.
truly be.
That's how you know you're lit at a bar, bruh. Like the higher you go up, the more lit it is.
You saw how the little dance floor was already like on a little bit of a platform. Now imagine
Being
being
on
on
the
the
biggest
other
platform.
platform. Bro, even being on that platform was like, I keep looking back and I see people like sitting in the bar, and I'm like, I would like chill out for a little bit, and then like there will like every 3 or 4 songs, there would be one song I know that would play, and I'll be like, just let's go, and then I'll dance along with the other people, and then I'm like, okay, now I'm like,
Well, Jose was getting into it, bro.
Jose was having the time of his life. I wish I
I
was.
wish. Oh man, he was dancing up with a girl. Like he was.
I danced up with the girl.
Yeah, you did.
I sure did.
She danced with all of us.
No, not the one that I danced with.
Oh,
She danced with me too.
Yeah,
was
the
it
only,
the same girl with all of us?
no, it was a different girl. But she danced with
blonde girl.
Carla after she had danced with me. But bro, somebody should have got that on recording. We was eating
Bro,
down.
I want to do the silly things that they do in emergency intercom. I was like, damn it! At this Pink Pony Club, I wish I had a speaker so I can play fart noises right now. Like I wanna go around like playing fart noises because I was getting bored. I was like, this is getting tiring being in this hot circle. Like I need to be farting on some people right now, and I did. I farted like 3 times at a club, and I tell you guys this all the time. Every time I go to a club, I be stinking up that place, and then I leave, go to a different spot, and they can never hear me.
Right.
Well, dancing at a club is also weird because like anytime a person starts saying "a," like it's just
It means nothing. Nobody's ever doing anything.
anything. It's like
It's
somebody's slightly moving, and you're like,
Hey,
"Hey."
because I've never experienced that before. We like did it, and every time somebody is slightly moving, I'll just point at them and be like, hey, hey.
It's literally nothing, bro. You have to get the
And,
pipe.
and then Carla's literally like,
Hey, hey. That's the way to get
the
somebody lit at a club.
fucking thing is looking up in the crowd and seeing people having their hands up. This lady had me dying the whole night because she had her finger up like this. Like this.
Not even like.
And the club is bumping, the song is like, and she's like this. And then I was calling you guys over to show you. And then time we looked up again, she had 2 fingers. Fucking dying at that. Literally, I was like, that's so funny. Because people, like, they're just having the time of their life. And like, I was looking, there was a guy who was dancing like his heart out. And I was like, wow, like,
No,
y'all.
literally, they go out to have fun.
Like, but the
You
thing
really
is,
going out to a club is really what you make of it.
that's so true. It really is what you make of it. Because when I was just get into it and just dance, I was able to dance. But then that was because I was like, I prepared myself to go to the Pink Pony Club,
Yeah.
and I knew I was like, okay, they're gonna play songs that I know, and I can always have a good time when I'm like listening to music I know.
Yeah.
So then I was able to just kind of will myself to dance and have
yeah.
fun. But then by the time we go to the second bar and the third one, I was like, which I'm done. Like
I'm done.
it's not for me. I realized, and more, I just become so like aware of my surrounding and everyone around me that I was just like, everything about this is like I remember why I don't go out. Like every
That's why
like
people get drunk because once you start
Because
getting
you were
there,
sober,
you're
like-
yeah.
you're like, what am I doing here? That's
Exactly. That's why I willed myself to go to the Pink Pony Club. As I know I'll have fun regardless, like whether or not I'm drunk. But
But while we were also at the Pink Pony Club, though, the alcohol was wearing off on me, and I had that same experience as Twa, and I was like, literally being a celebrity sounds so taxing, bruh. Like me as a person who's gonna go up into stardom and be really famous.
Right.
Watch, I'll be twerking next to Ice Spice one day. Just I'm calling it right now.
That she was feeding you.
No, wait, but she's not gonna feed me. So wait, not Ice Spice. Me. Let me see what. No, if I was a celebrity, who would I collab with? Okay, Imagine Dragons.
Imagine Dragon.
I think my dream collab would be with Ariana Grande. That's because I can match her vocals.
Wow.
Me and her are gonna be doing whistle tones together.
All right. Yeah, and then what are you gonna do? Like if you're famous.
I don't know, but I was just thinking while we were at the Pink Pony Club, it is literally crazy. I don't know, this is so dumb, but I was like, this event is happening because of Chapo Roan because she's so famous. But like Chapo Roan don't know any of us at this club, and we're celebrating her, and she doesn't even know like this event is happening in her name, and we're playing her music, and they're profiting off of it. Like being famous and being so known, like I don't know, like I was just thinking about that, and I was like, this is literally like crazy.
It's not like she's there.
She's not
like,
there.
Just the fact that they're playing her music for you to just dance and have fun to, I think that's pretty cool. I think that's chill.
I don't know. I don't like that. I don't know why. Like, I don't like the fact that, I don't know. I think it's just this weird parasocial relationship that people have with online. And then when I noticed that happening to me, sort of, because I was like, oh my God, Chapo Rum, blah, 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 blah. Once I noticed I'm having this like weird connection with this celebrity, I'm like, they don't know me.
No,
I'm
that's so
bleeping
true.
that. Wait. Dude, they don't know me, bruh. They don't know
They
me.
literally don't.
They
know
literally
you.
do not know me. And why do I care so much
for
about
me,
that?
I've like since I was a kid, it's always been parasocial relationships, and like
Parasocial.
parasocial
That's
relationships.
like you. It's freaking who was it that said Cosmore and Wandar?
Carla. It was like, who do you, bro? She was like drunk and slurring,
And
and she
we were
was
in the
like,
Uber, right?
yeah, and
At
then
the
she
end
was
of the night.
like, what was
It's
it?
because Jose said for Christmas or something that girls should wear pink pajamas and boys should wear green pajamas.
And then she was like, what are we, Carsmore or Rondar?
And then we quoted it for like the entire
The
Uber
entirety
ride.
of that Uber ride, which is like Carsmore and Warndar.
Like, would you want to be Cosmore or would you want to be
Mama,
Wandar?
mama, a Carsmore behind you.
Mama, can I go to
Cosmore and Wandar house?
House. Bro, that was so stupid, but we just kept going back and forth the entire Uber ride until we got to the turntables.
The turntable. No, this was on the way home. I swear, wasn't it?
It was on the way there.
Oh, that she said Cosmore and Wandar.
It was like after she took like 2 shots.
She was already out. She was already out.
Bro.
That and you finding Twa. Twa's on my Hawk Tua girl train. She loves Hawk Tua girl.
Literally, no, shut up. I was hating on Hawk Tua, right? I'm like, I don't get it. It's not funny. But because of how much I hated it, now it's so like ironically I like would say it because I'm like, it's so dumb. But because I find it funny that I say it ironically, now I'm just like Hawk Tua this, Hawk Tua that. It's so annoying because like I've like fully convinced my brain to laugh at anything Hawk Tua, and like Hawk Shen was like, if you're not gonna Hawk Tua, I'm not gonna talk Tua, and literally that was so stupid. But I think that like flipped the switch of Hawk Tua in my head because now I find it funny in the sense that she's not gonna Hawk Tua. I'm not gonna talk Tua.
No, the one that was dying, like had me dying, is the one with like the wolf howls, but the Hawk
Tua, bro. I literally was dead as fuck when I saw that, and I was like, bro, that renewed my like Hawks Tua. Like I find it so much funnier now because it's so true. The wolf will howl, but the hawk Tua. So stupid. But meme of the day.
Meme of the day. Well, I wanted to talk about what I'm going through in life, y'all. Basically, it's not like sad anymore, right?
Okay, good.
It's not sad anymore, but it's just more like a kind of like a crisis because I am in my last year of law school, right? So I'm like, what am I gonna do next? Like, what do I do from here on out? Because I'm gonna be fully an adult, which is
It's
crazy.
gonna be up from here. Trust.
No, I think I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna crash and burn or something because it's I don't know, bro. I'm coming of age, guys. Like they should make a movie about me.
About you specifically?
Yeah, coming of age of this age.
Of coming of this age.
Like they don't make it coming of age for me like for 23-year-olds, bro. They need more coming of age movies for the older folks.
I know it's always like coming of age at 16
yeah.
and like experiencing all the beautiful things in life, but then like it's like adulthood and sadness and like just gray and death, and it's never like a good in between where adulthood and discovering and life and you know things like that,
Things like that.
things of that sort. Who the fuck is Nikakofo Avocado function?
You do know Nika Kofo Avocado.
Nikocado
Bro,
Avocado.
he played that long game. Like
And he's been
he
uploading,
must
right?
be insane. He must be
Mentally,
insane.
something has to be up.
I know,
There's
like
no way.
what he did was like really cool, and he was playing like 7D chess on us, where he got super fat, lost all his weight, and then he freaking took off his mask like a freaking jigsaw, like a jigsaw evil scary movie mother, like crazy dude. And it's kind of cool, but also
Like you have to be something's wrong with you mentally.
something
like,
is
you have to
wrong
have
in your
something
head to be doing something like that. Because he got like super big, super fat.
to go through with it. I feel like that takes a lot of gumption that I truly would never have.
And then after that, he lost all that weight in like 2 years or like a year. I don't know
2
how you do
years.
that. I need to do that.
He said he hasn't posted himself in 2 years or
I thought
something
he was
like
still
that.
uploading videos though.
Pre-recorded apparently.
So he recorded all of that and had 2 years worth of content and then lost
Apparently.
all that weight.
Some people are saying that it's not him, but it's like
It's literally
it's
him.
literally
You think he
him.
took Ozempic?
He was
What's so funny?
the idea of like him being like, yeah, I worked it off and I'm skinny now. Like I played this whole game. I was 2 steps ahead, but then it's like he was on Ozempic.
No, also like who was he 2 steps ahead of, bro? Like who was he
Everyone
fighting?
else apparently.
Who was he fighting? I'm so confused. Like why did he do it? Nobody was really hating on him until he got like
The Stephanie Sue controversy.
yeah, until he got into those controversies. Like he was just a mukbanger, and then he made himself be hated. Like it was because of him.
Apparently, he said something about it being like a social experiment for himself. I don't know.
For
honestly.
himself, like wait, somebody might write a paper about him, I guess. Bro, speaking of like papers and like smart papers, see like I'm scholarly papers. I'm literally writing scholarly papers, and you're gonna see. It's like I'm thinking about it. Like, what if one of my papers get like published? Like, imagine somebody reading my work and being like using it on an essay or
And
something.
they're like, oh, we're using this for our high school essay. They have to use a scholarly text.
They
go-
pull up my
They
essay
go
and it's
on
gone.
Google Scholar to like look for it, and your article comes up.
Yeah, I'm one of those scholars, which is kind of crazy. I'm not gonna write anything that's gonna get published. I'm not writing all that. How does somebody even?
Simply not doing all that.
I'm not doing all that because the longest paper I've written is 21 pages, and I almost killed myself. So I'm not writing a 40-page paper on like the most micro niche thing in the world that only 2 people in my life is gonna read.
That's so true.
Like, who reads these scholarly articles if not other scholars? And these other scholars, most of them don't care about the niche you're talking about. So you're gonna have like max like 5 people reading these things.
It's doing too much. I'm not reading all that. Bro, Hakshan, I'm sweating. Honestly, so bad. Like I've never sweat this much. in my
Nobody
life.
had told you to
Hakshan,
wear
I
the sweater.
like your pants are drenched. Your like hoodie, your t-shirt, your socks, everything is drenched right now. Like
She's
with
so
sweat.
wet. She's so wet, guys. She's drenched. Like, why would she say it like that? He actually does this to himself. I think Kwa low keys talks about herself like this because she wants the innuendos. Like, she's low key a perv, bruh. She's literally a
Bro,
perv.
I
and she's
literally
like,
did not even like know what you guys were laughing at. I thought you were laughing at the fact that everything is like sweaty and like nasty.
You know who was sweaty and nasty yesterday? Carla. You know, while I was laying on the floor and I was was about to go to sleep, right? I gave them my bed. I'm sleeping on the floor. This girl pulls out her boob pad. Like, she's like digging underneath that thing, pulls out her boob pad and was like, "You want it?" No, I don't want your nasty boob, like freaking sweaty boob pad thing.
Was it like sweaty?
Oh, sometimes you guys, I know I've gotten comfortable, but I don't like the fact that you guys are so comfortable around me. Like,
I've never done anything like that.
I
Fuck.
can get comfortable around you guys, but that is too comfortable for
That
me.
was her. I have never done that to you, Hamshen. Let the people
She
know.
freaking dug
Let
it.
the people know. I've never done that.
I
I've
saw
never
it,
done
I
anything.
showed him my boob. It was literally just like
No, she
Her
didn't go
nipple
over.
pad.
It wasn't over. Okay, I'm down on the floor. Okay, she didn't go up and grab it. She went down,
Down,
and grabbed
under,
it.
and grabbed it
And I
out.
was
It's
like,
crazy.
I was like, okay, like I was like speechless. I was like, no, I do not want your boob pad.
Bro, that's crazy.
And it was like dripping with sweat too. It was like,
Ooh.
it was like you could hold you you have to hold it like
go
this.
like this, sprinkles.
Bro, she was sweating
Crazy.
that badly.
That's crazy. But tell the people I don't do that.
She does do that.
Bitch, you're a liar. That's not true. I don't do that. Carla loves showing her boobs. Apparently.
The only reason Twa stopped showing her boobs is that like whenever she does, Jose looks at it.
Yeah, I hate when Jose looks at my
And he points it out to
No,
me. That's
he's
the
like-
thing.
No, sometimes the worst thing that's ever happened was Lollapalooza, where I was fully dressed, t-shirt, like
Yeah.
long jeans, fully dressed head to toe, and this motherfucker was like, "Whoa, your boobs look really big in them," and I was like, that was the freakiest thing. Me and Jose, we had like a falling off after that because it was one thing if I had my boobs like out, like showing. It was me in like regular ass clothes, and
But
he like.
the one thing Twa's gonna do is she's gonna have her tits out for TXT. She's gonna have her tits out for TXT. Like anytime. The one time I went to the TXT concert every single time. Twa has her boobs out. So if you want to see Twa's
you-
boobs,
If you want to see Twa's boob, be at the Tomorrow Night
Tickets
Together
at
concert
concerts.
because joy,
tits out for TXT.
shit, like that's literally what it is. Tits out for TXT, and I will always have my tits out for TXT.
Hmm.
You're just mad that I won't have my tits out for you.
You look a little constipated.
Jose pulls up a picture of Twa.
That I took on his phone. Okay.
Oh my god. Kids
my
again.
God.
Oh my god.
Oh
Okay,
my
I just saw what I
God.
wrote down, and literally again, I hate kids, bro. I hate people younger than me, and I hated them when I was a kid too, because I literally feel like I was an old man sometimes. But also, I hated them because they were such bullies to me. Because I guess this is like a trauma blocking thing that happened to me while in middle school. I was just sitting on my table playing on my little iPad. I got done with my assignments early. I was playing on my iPad, and this girl, okay, and she's
You
a
wanted
girl.
to say bitch so
I'm
bad.
gonna this. What's another way for like
Whore.
Oh.
this whore comes?
Oh my
up,
God.
Or this hoe? No, but this girl comes up to me and she like mumbles a word. She's like, never, 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 never. And then I was like, what? What? She's like, never mind. Okay, come. And then I was like, and then I saw her and her friend interacting, right?
Mhm.
And then I like was close, like they were like 2 rows down. But I like saw what they were doing, and they basically were just playing rock paper scissors, and then like whoever loses, the other person tells her to go ask out that person.
Bro, I thought that only happened in like the movies. I'm like people always talking about being asked out as a joke, but
But I didn't even care for her anyways because she was ugly.
oh yeah, I didn't even want her.
I didn't even want her. She was ugly. She was ugly. I didn't even know what was happening. She was ugly. She was ugly. She was ugly. Like ugly. Like if you anybody who did that to a kid who was like not popular, was just a loner at school, whoever did that to a kid, you're like evil, and there's a place for you in hell for real.
Oh yeah.
If hell
specifically,
exists,
hell exists, and you're gonna be in there for
but
eternity.
for real. Whoever did that to kids, bro, I feel so bad for them too. If hell doesn't exist, I will make a hell for y'all to live in because y'all are evil and crazy, and I hate
Like
it.
I will make sure that you're in hell one way or another. But I think I always feared experiencing that like no matter who it was, anytime a guy like growing up told me they liked me, I assume that it's a joke, and then I play it off until they're like, okay, I'm getting friend zoned, and then we move on because I was like, I refuse to be the butt of the joke of you like asking me out and then being like, oh no, it was a joke. And I
Yeah.
also had like a lot of like self-esteem issues, so really I was already like, no one's ever gonna love me. But then like somebody
Bro,
come and ask me
I
out.
literally did not have any self-esteem issues until like now.
That's so crazy.
Isn't it like as a young kid the way I look, like I was like I did not care. I literally did
Bro,
not, and I was like,
self-image issues, bro. I think I was like born with them from like the age that I could understand like what being a human meant. I was already like compared to my sister, to my mother, where everyone is always like, because my mom had me really young, they're like, "Are you guys sisters?" Which was like okay, but then they'll be like, "Oh, she looks older than you." Like from like the age of 8, I kid you not, it's been like that all the fucking time. And then not only that, I
maybe
would
you should have
always
been watching anime.
Literally.
I shouldn't have been.
Maybe you should have been watching the good animes.
No, literally, because I got into anime like around like sixth, seventh grade
Yeah.
when I started
I'm
watching
pretty sure
anime.
like my self-image complex of me saying like not even complex, like I literally genuinely thought I was one of the hottest people in the world. I could literally achieve anything I wanted, which is like I feel like that's a good mindset.
Yeah.
And I could do whatever I want.
Pure doubt.
And then like no, those two mainly, like I was the hottest person in the world and I can do whatever I wanted. And I got that from One Piece and Naruto.
That's crazy because for me, my like also my mom was also one of the biggest people who would always like point out any little like
Oh yeah, but like my
Like-
aunts and stuff would do that to me too, but I didn't care because I was like,
because you're a
I'm,
boy. I
I'm gonna
think
become
like
king of the pirates.
oh me, I don't care what you think. I'm gonna become king of the pirates.
I'll be
But
Hokage.
I like no because I remember it so vividly where one time my mom was like I was mad and you know I was just like whatever I had a face and then she
Yeah.
was like whenever you get mad your lips like drags like it's a pout whatever right but like she had said it in like such a way that like it was like your bottom lips drag down or whatever and I developed a complex on it like that moment on to this day where if I'm mad, I get like really conscious about like
Your
how my
lips?
lips are looking and like whether I'm pouting too much or not to like fix it. And I was introduced to shapewear at like in like the sixth grade, which was like age 10, like 11. Where she was like, let's go to this lady's house and let's go get you some like undergarments. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like I guess, you know, because they like send them in from Thailand. So I was like, okay, I'm getting me some bras and underwears.
At the
Cool.
age of what?
Probably like 10 or
10?
so.
They were
Yeah.
she was trying to get you to wear shapewear.
Yeah, she
Oh
was
my
like,
God.
here's shapewear, like wear this when you wear clothes so that your belly isn't poking out. And that's when I was like introduced to shapewear and
Oh my
stuff.
God, as a kid.
Yeah, as
Well,
like literally
guys
a
also
child.
act like they don't wear shapewear, but compression shirts, anything compression shirts, bro, that's literally shapewear. Y'all are literally girls and you're wearing shapewear. Like you want to have your pecs pop out.
Did you
but-
tell me you wanted to wear compression?
I do.
I sure did. I sure did.
Huh?
How much do they cost?
Compression shirts?
Are they expensive?
I don't think they're that Jose, but like to wear a compression shirt, like it's not gonna magically like suck everything in. You have to have at least like something first. Which is why I don't wear it because like my titties still like droop
I'm
down.
not asking for. I'm just asking for someone's birthday that's coming up. That's it.
Oh dang! And I just dragged him.
And you just
No,
dragged
I
him
didn't
for
mean it
no
like that. I didn't mean
reason.
it like that,
That's
Jose.
crazy, Hashem. That's literally insane.
No, because okay, y'all, I'm not even being mean to Jose because he literally just calls me fat every time I want to eat. So like that.
That's true. That's true. I think it's become like
It's recently.
we're just saying it now.
We're just saying the word fat and has been part of our vocabulary, but like maybe we should stop.
Maybe we should.
But then also like look at all of us, bro.
How did you know? How did you?
How did you know that we were polyamorous?
Ew.
How did you know we were polyamorous?
Like we made fun of like the poly people, but
Bro, I saw the
literally,
four of us together. I was like, wait,
we're
we
the
might be polyamorous.
Like put a picture of us four right now. Bam, that's the polyamorous couple they're talking about right there.
I hate polyamory. I hate polyamory.
I hate polyamory. Oh, the last thing I wanted to talk about, right, Carla? How many minutes we got left?
0.
Okay, this is the last thing I want to talk about is that okay, Koreans and their culture are crazy. Remember, I was part of a church called I went to a Korean. Did I tell you?
Yeah, you used to talk about.
Yeah,
the
okay.
Korean
I don't
church
think
all
I
the time.
haven't talked about it here, but there's a
Yeah.
church called IYF, bruh. And it's basically like on Reddit thread, it was basically a cult. But I don't really care about that. But like kids, again, they're crazy and nasty because during the Korean camp, we could not use the bathroom for the first 3 days. And like we had to use like the other like bathrooms around everywhere else, like just finding bathrooms to pee and poop because a kid pooped in the urinal. He
In
pooped-
the urinal.
pooped in the urinal and pooped in the shower drain.
Oh my god.
Like kids are
No, it's not about kids. I genuinely, when a kid is misbehaving and like acting that fucking crazy, it's to me immediately red flags on the parents. There is no type of home training. Y'all are not like
Yeah, that's
teaching
true.
these kids how to be fucking normal, and it's so concerning. But
What compels? Do I look like a kid that would poop in the drain?
I think you as a kid, yeah. Up until high school, if you told me you used to do that or like you did that during that time, I would have been like, that makes sense for you. You used to be so nasty, Hung Shan. You really
I still
did.
am kind of
Like you really are still, but like compared to what you used to be, you have like come so far. When it comes to hygiene and also like just being like self-aware.
Speaking of, like, literally, like 2 weeks ago, I was like taking, like, normally I take like 3-4 showers, right, a
Mhm.
week, which is like, y'all, like, you really only need 3-4 showers. I'm not getting dirty every day, even though I do work out, but like, don't
Yeah,
judge me on
but for me, I feel like I just go to work and I come back, and my job is not like physically taxing. So if I shower every other day, I'm like, okay, that's like, I could go with just like if I don't shower today, I could shower tomorrow.
Yeah.
Also, because of my hair and stuff, I'm like, I want to let it, But you work out, like you sweat and you like,
I don't
you know
know
what I
sweat
mean?
that much though. That's the thing. I do get
Still, like you
okay,
work
but okay.
out.
Anyways, but like 2 weeks ago, I guess I showered more than usual or something for that week. I didn't even know I was doing it. I just felt like showering, like, and then my cousin was like, "Hung Shen, you've been showering a lot this often. Like, what's changed?" I was like, "Damn, what do you mean?" The fact that they
Hey,
noticed.
Hakshan, you haven't been stinking all that bad recently.
Okay, I think I need to come up with a new segment though because my Alzheimer's thing is not working out. We need a new funny segment.
Why? Is it stupid?
What is that? Oh my gosh, she wish she was rich.
No, yeah.
Noria wish she was rich.
I wish I was rich. Me manifesting.
Bro, when she told me she was gonna start writing in her notebook,
She's manifesting.
I wish Hoya would stop texting me and look at how she drew Hoya. Bruh, she has been cracking me up. I don't know what she's been on recently, but she has been so funny to me. Well,
well,
that has been today's episode. I don't think this episode was really all that hype, but also it's a cozy vibey feeling right now. So
no. Oh, y'all, I always wanted to say I wanted, like, one of my biggest like goals for this podcast, like, we'll just end it off on this, is I want y'all to sleep with us. Like,
yeah.
like while you're like
sleep
laying
sleep with us.
like sleep with us, because the things I do with my podcast is like I put it on in the background before I sleep and just hear the yapping, and I like calm, like,
Oh, like sleep
with
to
us. No, sleep
No,
with us.
sleep with
No,
us.
sleep with us.
Yeah, sleep with us.
If you want to sleep, you can sleep with me. You can sleep with
Why?
Twa.
You can sleep with us both.
Because we're like polyamorous.
How did you know we were polyamorous? But no, speaking of, let's finish up with this. You blasting emergency intercom before you went to sleep, and then 2 minutes in, you were like fully knocked the fuck
yeah.
out.
And then
I
it
was
just
like, why is
played.
it still playing? Like, why don't you just set like a timer for 5 minutes or whatever?
I give them
But
my views.
no, because I like went and I turned it off, closed your phone, and then we went to sleep. But I was like, if I had not done that, you would have just let it play actually the whole fucking night.
Yeah.
And I was like, that is so insane. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching. I hope
Do you have an
liked
ending
today's,
segment?
ending segment. I don't have an ending segment, bro. I had nothing.
Well, ask them a question for the comments, bro. Actually,
Guys,
thought provoking something.
Okay, well, no, just give us your answer on the tipping inquiry.
Tipping inquiry, y'all. Really talk about the tipping. Also, like, shower schedules, y'all. Because
Please send your shower schedules, please.
so I know when you shower.
Yeah. And also think about us when you're showering, and
like, please sleep with us.
And sleep with us.
Because we're polyamorous.
You can sleep with him. You can sleep with me. The both of us. All four of us.
Jose's not
They're
into
on.
that.
Oh,
Jose's not into
it's not okay. Okay. Well,
Well,
anyways, thanks
bye.
for watching. Bye.